Hey everybody, it's Scott from RC Must See. Happy New Year. 2017 was a great year. I discovered the hobby of RC and got into racing and really got into the whole thing, man. I've been down every avenue, whether it's rally cars or obviously the racing 8th scale I've been doing. I recently got 10th scale. Still have my Vaterra Ascender. I just finished fixing that. I still have the DHK Optimus buggy that is apart at the moment. I still have my Hobby King Berserker. That is ready to go, and that's going to be my new basher. I think it's going to have some really cool videos for you guys on that. I bought a Associated T5M Stadium truck, which I've been racing. I also purchased a Hot Bodies D413 four-wheel drive 10th scale buggy. That thing is lightning quick and really fun to race indoors in these cold winter months that we have here in the Northeast. And I still do have my JLB Cheetah, which at the moment again is apart, and I'm kind of over that truck. It did well for me on YouTube, and it was fun. It's super fast, but I've just moved on, and I've got to get rid of that roller too. So I've spent far too much money on this stuff, and it's time to let some of it go. Still have my Slash, so lots of cars piling up. Got rid of a few, but certainly it is bridging into more of an obsession than a hobby at this point. My God, you have a lot of RCs. I just wanted to say thanks to everybody for supporting the channel. If you subscribe, or if this is your first video of mine that you're seeing, I really appreciate the support. It's been a really fun time, and I gotta say that every minute of it, of my YouTube journey here, has been a blast, and I look forward to another year. Got some big things coming up this year. First and foremost, this video, obviously, as you can see, is the start of a new build, and I'll be making another video later on next month. I'll be going to Motorama out in Pennsylvania, which is a big 3 or 4 day event that my other buddies have been to in the past, and it's a lot of really good East Coast competition comes out. I'll be racing 1/8 E-Buggy, my Techno EB 48.3. We'll also be racing 1/8 E-Truggy, and I'll be using my brand spanking new Techno EB 48.3. Freshly built, still haven't even put a set of tires on this yet. Same motor and ESC I was running in my Associated Truggy, but I'm excited to get this. This is a nice upgrade from what I had, and I should have made a build video of this, but I was just too excited. I had to throw it together, but there will be more videos of this to come. Also, I'd like to give a big shout out to Alan at Hobby Masters and Hobby Masters the store, which is a local legend of a hobby shop that we have here in Red Bank, New Jersey. Alan included me on his racing team for 2018, so that's pretty awesome. Any support you can get is good. As we all know, if you race, it can get expensive, so having the buddies on the team to kind of bounce ideas off of is great, and I just wanted to take the time to say thanks, Alan. I don't really expect to do too well, as considering I'm so new to the hobby and I don't really practice enough to get amazing, but it's going to be a fun 4 days, and I promise an absolutely amazing video or videos documenting the experience. So look forward to doing that for you. Anyway, back to the title here, the build for my new trail truck of the year. Now, I did have like I said, I have a Twin Hammers here, and I did build this one as a kit. And if you guys haven't seen this truck or that build series I did, kind of a build series, more just like one video, go check it out. It is in my library. And anyway, this is a great little car. It's small, easy to carry around if you are trail trucking like I like to do, which is just basically walking down single track mountain bike trails and RCing. You get to be outside, and you get to be kind of creative, and it's really fun to make movies. These trucks are a combination of scale, looking, and also performance. Always usually 4-wheel drive. And like I said, I did like this truck. It was good, It has a few limitations. I think the design is pretty good. And here's what I like about it. It's small. I can actually fit this in a backpack along with my transmitter, so I can walk on the trail without having to carry the RC around, which for me I kind of like. A little bit of privacy, I guess, kind of silly, but still not quite used to playing with toy trucks in public. I think it's a very cool looking little rig. Definitely takes a lot of cues from the real deal truck. And I like a lot of design features like the inverted suspension that's under here. And, you know, as a kit, it's pretty inexpensive. This is, you know, retails for only $250. Of course, that's without electronics. But that's not a bad little price for this. If you have a spare motor in ESC and a servo laying around like a lot of us RC people do, toss it in there and you can have some fun. And it's also, you know, not really good at going fast either because of that, you know, basically that high center of gravity with that top mount battery. Now I know there are lots of upgrades where you can relocate the battery in the front and all that stuff probably makes sense, but I didn't really want to invest too much money in this. Just never, you know, if you ever watch any of my videos you'd see, and I always put it in, the thing wanted to flip. The other thing is the fact that the body panels, the whole body, it actually takes 8 to 10 screws to remove. It's not an easy thing to do. So if you plan to tinker with the motor ESC, if something goes wrong in there, it's not as simple as popping off a couple clips. Other than that, it's a great little truck, and I do recommend if you want to get into rock racing or just having a fun, fast little trail rig, this is a great one to go for. But I'm going to be selling this, and I'm moving on to something new for 2018, and a Losi caught my eye. Are you there? Yeah, and there it is, the Rock Rey. Now, this kit came out about a year ago, or at least the truck did. It's available in RTR as well. But of course, being the avid enthusiast I am, I'm definitely going to get the kit. Not too expensive for what you're getting. The kit I know retails for about $300. Fully customizable, like any kit is. It comes like a blank canvas, and it's up to you to build it and paint it how you like. That's awesome, and for a creative guy like me, I can't get enough of that stuff. Rock Racer, so what is that? That is a relatively new genre to the RC hobby, and it's kind of like a mixture of track racing on a track with natural obstacles. So the truck needs to have extra ground clearance, big chunky knobby tires, 4-wheel drive obviously, but it's got to be quick too and handle at the same time. So that's interesting to me. I'm probably not going to be rock racing. Here on the East Coast, that end of the hobby is actually pretty much non-existent. It seems like a West Coast thing. I wish it was here because I dig it. Maybe I'll have to start something. You know, I'll be the entrepreneur here and get a club together or something. But for now, I'm going to be using it in the woods. And that's really where I'm excited about this. 670 pieces of glory. Yeah. On the side here, you can get a little bit of a profile of what you're getting without the body on there. Pretty cool looking. Big tires, 2.2-inch tires, full roll cage, independent front suspension, and trailing arm rear, long travel. Pretty cool. Obviously, like I said, four-wheel drive, independent front suspension, and a solid 4-link rear axle. The cool thing about a lot of these kits is they come with some of the upgrade parts that you would want to be buying in the first place. Aluminum parts, better compound tires, that kind of thing. So I really dig that, and there are tons of aftermarket parts for this Losi because it seems to be one of the more popular rock racing rigs out there right now. Comes with a LED bar here, which is pretty neat. cool for a kind of nighttime trail running or just for scale looks. Aluminum chassis, which is awesome. And this was a big thing for me. This rear loading battery door. So on this truck, the battery actually goes in the bottom through a trap door. And that's smart, keeps the center of gravity a little bit lower, which means ultimately it handles better and doesn't want to flip, as the Twin Hammers did. Continuing our look around the box here. Sorry guys, I don't really do this whole box overview thing, but I'm excited for this truck, and I guess I'm just drawing it out for my own sick pleasure. Dude, quit yapping and open the freaking box! Adjustable turnbuckles, very nice. Adjustable camber turnbuckles. Axle housing, upper track, rod mount, okay. Aluminum, that's very nice. And aluminum rear upper link and spacer set. All those things are basically upgrades that this bad boy comes with that otherwise you'd have to buy for the RTR. And of course on the other side of the box is everything it doesn't come with. But I've got all that stuff, so I think we need to open this thing up and look. All right, so just gotta cut some tape here, and this never gets old. Nothing like new, a new toy. Oh, what the hell? Just a bunch of bags. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so here's everything that you need to build this truck. Wow, these tires are huge. A lot bigger than I had thought. They're absolutely monstrous, especially compared to the Twin Hammers. All right, so here's our Twin Hammers, right? Check that out. Not even close. That is enormous. That just goes to show how much bigger of a truck this is going to be. These tires aren't glued on there yet, which is cool. I got plenty of glue, but man, that's a big, soft, squishy tire. Awesome. All right. This is also my very first Losi kit. I've done Techno, I've done Associated, I've done obviously Vaterra, and a couple others. So this is my first Losi kit. Not a small company by any stretch of the imagination. I'm sure they have a lot of market share in this game here. You can see here in this bag the roll cage, the interior, all looking scale. I see the light bar in there. Very cool. Here's the body panels. Obviously, all clear, ready to be painted. Still trying to decide what direction I'm going to go with the paint on this car. Have a couple ideas in mind. Why don't you guys leave me a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think would look awesome as a rock racer. Here's the aluminum chassis. Here's the rear axle. This thing's massive. Again, let's get a comparison here. And I hate to be opening up these bags because you're supposed to do it in order. But I have to compare this to you guys so that you know, if you don't already know, the difference in size. I believe they're both listed as 10th scale cars, but look at that. Full width of the truck in just the axle compared to the Twin Hammers. Dude, the truck's out of the frame. So that bigger scale, all that means is basically it's going to be more capable, right? When you hit the roots, the rocks, it's going to sail over that stuff without getting interrupted as easily. Just like in mountain biking with the 29-inch wheel versus the 26-inch wheel. Very similar idea there. Except I don't have to pedal this. You lazy bastard. Alright. More body panels. Bags are always labeled through the letters. Follow the alphabet, you can build a car. That's what I always say. Lots of cool scale parts here. I see some fake rotors and brake calipers there. Yeah, always come with thread lock and all the different diff fluids that you need. I see pinion gears in there. There's your diff rings. And I see some A-arms in there. So all your standard stuff, the other two tires. Pretty cool. Pretty stoked about this little build here, guys. And I hope that you follow along with me here as I go, because I'm excited about this, and I think it's going to come out really cool, and I'm going to be able to make some really, really awesome videos for you. All right, so let's talk electronics here. For servo, I'm going to be putting in this high-tech HS5646 WP for waterproof. I hope to be able to drive this truck in kind of all weather conditions. This is about a $50 servo right here. Nothing too fancy, just lots of torque and hopefully waterproof as it says, but time will tell. Along with that, I have this Losi aluminum servo horn specifically made for the Rock Rey, so that should come in handy. Motor and ESC, I yanked out the Reedy system out of my Associated Pro Rally, the doomed RC car that I smashed the very first time I took out and broke. I don't have video of that, unfortunately. It was hilarious. But I've kind of given up on that car. I spent money to fix it, and then it ended up breaking again. And I just can't justify spending any more money on it. I'll shove it for now. Maybe it'll be a cool project some other day. But for now, this is mine. So this is a 550 size motor, 3500 kV. That's similar to what comes in the RTR. I believe the RTR is a 2800 kV, maybe a little more torque than this. Like I said, this isn't going to be permanent. This is a sensorless, brushless motor. I'd love to put a really nice, expensive censored motor system in there. You never know. And here's the XP SC 900 BL. 3S, I believe, 2 or 3S. I don't think it can handle 4S, and I don't really plan to find out because I'm not really interested in running the Rock Rey on 4S. 3S will be plenty. Again, sensorless. I use Dean's connectors on all my RCs. That may change. This has a fan. Hey, it was free, sorta, and it'll do the trick for now. Hopefully nothing will, hopefully it will fit fine in there and it'll all go together seamlessly, but we will see. Alright, so that does it, guys. I'll be putting this truck together little bit by little. I'll make it, break it down into a couple videos for everyone to see. I know there's a million build videos out there, and I'm not really interested in doing the same thing everybody else does. I'm not going to be doing it step by step. Just maybe the highlights of the build, and then of course the runtime. That'll be really where it pays off. Man, I just can't get over how big this wheel and tire is. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching again. Plenty more awesome stuff to come in 2018. I hope you tune in to watch the build. Maybe I'll even do a few live build sessions with everybody. Post comment down below. Let me know what you think of the Rock Rey. If anyone has any experience with this thing, any insight into how I could build it better than stock if anyone has been running it. And I think I have a couple of tricks up my sleeve and a few custom parts I'm going to make for it as well. So stay tuned. Thanks again, everyone. Cheers. Peace.